So before I get started on all the ways we perceive information from the soul awareness, I want to remind you that this is going to be a healing journey. You're going to uncover and discover or strengthen and empower parts of you that may have been sitting dormant or may have been at one level, and you're going to move to a next level. And it's a healing journey. You know, we are given a great gift of opportunity when our eyes are opened in this way. And I just encourage you to be compassionate with yourself and compassionate with others, and respectful of yourself and respectful of others. So I'm driving in a car, and I figured, what the heck, I'm going to take you with me. I mean, I'm taking you with me on the journey of my work and life, and I might as well take you with me now, because it's a glorious morning in my part of the world. It's 6:30 a.m. no matter when you're listening to this, and the birds are chirping, and it's just so stunning. And I'm in my car, heading for coffee. I love coffee. And Spirit starts talking to me. Why? Because I don't have the radio on, and I'm daydreaming, and when we're in that fuzzy space, you know, sometimes even when the radio's on, we can multitask. We can drive a car, listen to the radio, and think other things, right? Listen to music and think other things. Parents know this when they're at the beach and the kid's in the pool, but they're listening to a conversation of a friend, and they're also noticing the kid next to them needs more sunscreen and all this, and they're thinking, what should we make for lunch when we get home? You know, this is the same. So Spirit takes these opportunities when we're just kind of here and there drifting in our mind to talk. And one of the things that came up, which was hilarious to me, was don't talk about chakras this next session. And why? Because I'm really eager to start teaching you the psychic centers and the psychic development and the way we perceive information as a soul. You know, it's so funny. So what did Spirit say to me? And it was really likening. Oh my God, gorgeous spring trees. Like, gorgeous, sorry. They're just flowering, like, as I imagine what it would look like in beautiful foreign countries. Like, you know, you see those Japanese paintings with these just beautiful flowery trees. I'm like, wow, I'm transported. Okay, so I liken my awareness of the chakra system, my knowledge of the chakra system, like my PCP's awareness with organs in the body, right? They go for the physical. I go for what's wrong energetically. Let's look at this energetic component to what's happening with you. And as much as I want to talk to you about chakras, which we will get to at another time, I really want to just start in on the psychic development piece of how we perceive information, how I perceive information, how you can perceive information, how you do perceive information. And I hope you enjoy this session. And sorry to say, before I get into all the psychic centers that we perceive information, I do want to segue to some important facts, and they have to do with telling you a little bit about my work and the clients, so that you can see what you're headed into as you continue on this journey with me, listening to Soul Awareness with Constance Messmer. I woke up this morning thinking, how grateful am I of my clients and students all these years. Oh my God, I'm incredibly grateful. Sometimes I can just hear their name or read their name or see their face, and I am flipped back to the read. I actually have to literally go back to the content of their experience. And I'm just so blessed. I've had quite incredible people cross my door of my work. I love when they come for channeled soul reads. It's usually the most popular thing everybody wants. And why is that? Well, it's because what I do is I peek at their soul. I work with God, you know, the highest source. I work with God to look at their soul, to see what their gifts and talents are and what they're kind of missing the beat with and where they're closed down, both with their own perception of, you know, a spirit connection, but also their own skills or things that they're really not enabling or and allowing or empowering themselves to carry out in this lifetime for various reasons, And, sometimes it's family dynamics, sometimes it's their own fears, sometimes it's past life stuff they need clearing. And so it's fun to look at all that. Listen, it's not easy. Listen, these people are courageous and brave to come in and go, my life is not sorting right now, or it is sorting, but I want some more. I want better. I know there's got to be more, help me on my path. And I feel so honored. I don't work alone. I get all my messages from Spirit, unless I'm doing a psychic read, which is, when I look at them and I can see what's out in their energy centers, and then I go into the energy centers to see what that relates to. But they're remarkable people, and I am just so blessed and grateful. Some have been coming back annually for channeled soul reads. I don't like to do those often, the channeled soul reads. I'm like, listen, this should be a once in a lifetime thing. But I realize the need for sometimes, like an astrological reading, they need to go, well, what's changed, what's shifted? Because we have free will. So even though I see future, it's future potential. Because, listen, fears may hold people back, or choices may hold people back. So, like for myself, in my whole arena, children were an option. There's no planets in my house of children. It's at the 4th house, I think so. I don't know. Stay in my lane, Constance. Stay in my lane. It's not astrology. I know a little bit, but not enough. But so it was a choice, and so my husband and I adopted, and it's been a beautiful decision, And so, but somebody could have looked at that and said, "Oh, you're not meant to have kids in this life," which, there you go. So whenever I see futures, it's always potential futures. So when the people come and I say, listen, here's an option, and then they come back the next year and they say, oh my gosh, that happened. Oh my gosh, you were right on. Oh my gosh. I'm sure maybe there were some people that say that never happened. It didn't work out. Oh no, there was one. She was like, listen, I didn't meet that guy. I said, well, did you go to California? He was in California. Remember, you were going to go to California? Oh, no. I changed my mind. I decided I wasn't going to go. And I said, well, there you go. So it's been an amazing journey with these people that have come for channeled soul reads, and also all my work, the Reiki with readings, phenomenal. A lot of tears, a lot of laughter, a lot of tears. And these people do hard work. This work is transformative. And so I tell them, this is your homework. These are the steps you have to take to change your life. You want change, but you have to be an active participant. This is what you're going to have to do. And these clients that have come, I love them dearly, and I'm just so grateful because they've helped me. They've helped me go deeper into my work and become a more compassionate reader, or more humble in what I can do or capable of, so that I can bow ever more to the great goodness that flows through me, because I don't do it alone. And so this is just a shout out to all those former clients that I adore so much. I love you, and Godspeed on your path. Hey, just want to say, actually, it's the 5th house in astrology that talks about children. My 5th house is empty. So there's that. Okay, just had to clarify. This is a shout out to the former students that were bold and brave enough to come through my door and take classes with me and learn about all of this magnificent metaphysical and spiritual stuff, this whole different way of living or looking at life. I am who I am also because of you, because you allowed me to teach. And you opened your heart and mind to the teachings that I wanted to pass along. So you too, listener, I'm grateful for you for being here to open your heart and your mind to see what resonates with you and what can sit right with you, and what you need and what you don't need. I'm not offended. I've just taught countless classes all over, here, there, and everywhere, sprinkled in various places around the world, but also mostly on the vineyard where I live. It's been remarkable, again, a lot of laughter, a lot of tears. I do some of the classes because it's such a revolving community, and people have daytime jobs during the week, Monday through Friday, I have to do kind of like a low residency experience where they just come for a quick weekend or maybe multiple weekends. And it's a bombardment, in my opinion, of information and transformation. People are changed. Some people, I've had some people, kind of go home, throw up, and come back the next day going, wow, my whole life is different. My whole outlook is different. And it's because when you tap into these skills that we're all capable of developing or honing or learning more about or going deeper into the ways that we can perceive the greater world around us, your life, you discover new meaning or new approaches to view things or deal with your troubles or talk to your kids or new ways of approaching problems at work or engaging with other humans and with, greater love and acceptance or maybe a better understanding because you're noticing the sadness they carry instead of avoiding it. You're just giving them more high fives or pats on the back. So the work, when students come and learn the skills that I can teach, psychic development and empathic and energy classes and the abundant classes that are listed there on my website, and then some others that aren't. They're ready for transformation and they're ready to take the next step and next level in their awareness and in their life. And I'm really proud of all of them, much like I am the clients, just proud of them because I think it takes a lot to say, you know what? I want more. I want more from this life. I love the life. It's a beautiful life, but there's more beyond the physical 9-to-5 reality. And I just want to shout out to all the students that have walked through my door and how cool you are. It's really cool. I love it. I wish I could go back in time and appreciate them more, but as they were walking out the door and going, carrying the skills on into their world, although I know I did then, and a lot of times I cried, It's cool. But what was hilarious was so many of the times when all of a sudden they would get it and they would look at me with shocked eyes like, oh my God. And I said, right? Now you know. Welcome to my world. When they'd start seeing spirits or start feeling energy, they were like, oh my God. This has been here all along. And I'm like, yeah, it's always there. So it's fun to open the door for them and have them see. So I'm really excited that you're here, and I'm going to hopefully start opening some doors for you and helping you hear, helping you see, helping you feel, helping you know in a greater and a more abundant space than you have before. So I'm excited to teach, and I'm grateful for students. Bless you. Thank you. It is true. When I'm doing reads, I look into people's hearts and souls, and I am so filled with love because I'm seeing them not only from my perspective. I'm not such a, okay, listen, it's from God's perspective. Like I see through all that love. And so it's really easy to fall in love with people in that platonic way of infinite grace and love. And so I love, I just really, I don't know if there's been any clients I haven't really like, oh my God, even the broken ones, especially the broken ones. I'm broken. Listen, I'm broken, but I'm just saying, you just feel for them. So what I'm trying to say is there have been some outstanding people that have come, and I've really adored working with them. When I do this learning to channel thing, opening to spirit, opening to channel experience, I bring them into the higher realms to get in touch with guides or loved ones on the other side or angels or the divine. And it has been such an honor to work with these people that go to the highest realms. There's some amazing gifted souls out there now that I've, by the grace of God, helped usher them into the angelic, and they're doing incredible angel work on the planet. And a lot of times it's behind the scenes. They don't do reads. They just work with angelic light to do healing on a planetary level. And they usher in more light into the world. So I'm just so grateful. I remember this, and then on another note, there's several people that have gone to God. And to feel the immensity of God in the room has been powerful. It's of course we cry, we cry. So this has been beautiful. And I pray to God I am able to assist you in the same way, to go as high as you can when we start entering into the realms of spirit and to begin to discern the psychic terrain, if you will, the soul, the terrain, the areas that the soul can travel while we stay in the body. While we stay in the body, it's just projecting our soul, much like you project your thoughts when you are not really all collected. You're thinking of yesterday or thinking of vacation. You're actually reliving it in a way. So the soul can do the same, very experientially. So that has been a gift to work with all of these people, these students that have come for one-on-one teachings, especially the opening to spirit, learn to channel. That's my favorite thing to do. Because I want to teach you how to do it yourself. I don't want to do it for you. All right. So before I get started on all the ways we perceive information from the soul awareness, I want to remind you that this is going to be a healing journey. You're going to uncover and discover or strengthen and empower parts of you that may have been sitting dormant or may have been at one level and you're going to move to a next level. And it's a healing journey. We are given a great gift of opportunity when our eyes are opened in this way. And I just encourage you to be compassionate with yourself and compassionate with others and respectful of yourself and respectful of others. So I'm going to lay some groundwork in later sessions, probably the next one, about what that looks like. But I just want to help you realize that take your time with this. Please keep a journal. I really wish I would have kept a journal more closely when I was on my own path. I think I told you the wonderful Barbara Ivachek said, you should probably journal this, but I know you won't. She was right. It was in my chart. I'm like, no, because I fly by the seat of my pants so much. But I am a writer, so I wish I would have, this would, but then it might be a book, and I want to put it out here free, so anybody that has a capability to listen, then they can, because I don't want you to have to buy a book. So I guess it all worked out. But I do encourage you to journal, because it will help you see what were kind of mental embellishments, or what was missed opportunity or missed moments, and when you trusted it and went stronger, went deeper into it, and how the experiences were for you. It just can help you, kind of like create your own workbook. Yes, at one point I had a workbook for this, but I don't have it now. So you just have to make one up on your own. You'll be fine. I'll take the lessons in segments and we'll go deep each week. But listen, I want you to realize that if you haven't listened to all the previous podcast segments before this, you probably should. You should probably go back and listen chronologically, because I'm going to sprinkle in helpful hints throughout each of them, and I'd hate to have you miss a lesson that was pertinent to future lessons, because they do build upon each other, even though they might not seem to think, you might not think they do. They will, I promise. So listen, we're gonna have lots of fun, but I just wanted to tell you that it's going to be a healing journey. It usually is. It was for me. It's transformative. And so I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we're walking this together, because I know you're capable. This is why I'm teaching this, is because I am convinced that the world would be a much better place if everybody opened up and noticed and lived by their soul senses. Really, truly, truly, really, I do believe that. And I think that that everyone is quite capable. I've said it before, yes, it may be a gift to some degree, like there's math wizards, but I think that we can all learn this to some degree. You might have strong areas and not so strong areas in regards to the areas that you perceive spiritual psychic information. But I know you can do this. I really, really know you can. So that's why I'm teaching, and that's why you're here. You got this. You totally got this. And that's why at the end of each session now, recently, I've been saying thanks for tuning in. It's a double entendre. Not just thanks for tuning into the podcast, but thanks for tuning into your world and your life and your soul and yourself, and inevitably God. Really, truly, because that's the abundance, the all that is, the infinite love that's cosmic, that is within and without, and that is in every one of us. But yeah, thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning in. Legally speaking, this podcast is presented solely for educational, spiritual, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical diagnosis, treatment, or the advice of a physician, psychotherapist, or other qualified professional. You should not use this information to diagnose or treat a health problem or condition. Always check with your doctor. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. If you've enjoyed this episode of Soul Awareness with Constance Messmer, we'd like to encourage you to continue your spiritual journey with this next episode.